What's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about The Boys. That is correct. I'm an avid watcher of The Boys. I've seen season 1, 2, 3, and 4 currently. And I know maybe you guys have asked for me to do a review. So as of right now, I've seen all episodes up to 4. And for me, based off of previous seasons and everything, this seems to be somewhat of a mixed bag. I have the feeling that this season can be horribly bad or it can be God tier. That's really how I feel about this season. I don't think there's gonna be like a gray area with this season based off what we've seen so far. Let me just make certain that the reason I watch the show is Homelander. That is it. It is Homelander. It is to see his interactions with everyone else. That is it. Simple as that. I'm not watching it for the deep. I'm not watching it for translucent. I'm not watching it for Kimiko. I'm not watching it for free. I'm not watching it for anyone. I'm watching it for Homelander. So in this season thus far, I think it's looking good for Homelander. I'm liking the dynamics that he's having with his son, him trying to appease him. Butcher, I don't know what happened in episode 4. We'll find out. I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll find out what happened there. I think probably the biggest, weakest link of the season thus far has got to be Frenchie, and it's got to be Kimiko. That's where it is right now. Because even with I forgot the dude who shaved his beard. I forgot his name. But I don't know why he did that. He looks like, I don't know, he's been going on a fast or something. Whatever. He looks like he's been starving. I get him being the leader now, that Butcher's out the picture. When it comes to A-Train, bro, I get what the beautiful part of what's happening right now is that Homelander has become somewhat of a dictator. He's become a dictator over the 7, and that's never been the case. He's always had influence. He's always been the leader. He's always been the captain and whatnot, but he's never been where he can do free for all. Despite his famous line, I'm the Homelander, I can do what the F I want. But that's never been the case. There's always been people in positions of power. I forgot the black dude, right? And others who have had a chain on him, right? Had a chain on him, hence why he says, I think it was season 3, where he's like, I'm finally free now, I'm free. I think now that there's no one to tell him no, there's no one to even guide him or even, suggest anything, it's now become just, now you're prisoners in this superhero team. You're not really a team, you're just a slave to Homelander. And he's not ruling you through as far as you looking up to him and you being, admiring him being a leader. It's through fear. And that's never really the best way to lead anyone, because those people usually try to find a way to get you off the throne. Where now A-Train, spoiler, is teamed up, with the boys. And I can't wait. I hope there's a moment where Homelander just rips his legs off. Bro, that's what I'm hoping. Well, I was more excited for A-Train to team up with the boys due to the fact that I may get to see a scene where Homelander finds out. That's why I was excited about A-Train, flipping. Everything else seems to be all right. I think the chick, the political chick, it's okay. I think where it's hitting, it's I don't know, it's dead zone for me. It's just with the gratuitous, violence in some cases, or the nudity in certain scenes. It's like, okay, starting off, it was like, whoa. But now I'm kind of desensitized to it. Now it's like, oh, we get it. We get it, right? With the whole human centipede thing and, season 4 and everything. It's like, we get it, bro. we get it. And, I know that's how the show is, but it's just, I don't know. It's whatever to me. It's not adding anything to me. It's not like they're doing something that's shocking, right? Season 1 through 3, there was honestly shocking moments. Now it's like, okay, you do enough, blood and gore. It's like, okay, I've seen this already. What else you got? Give me some scenes or some scenarios which heighten the blood and gore, right? Where the blood and gore is a supplement to what's going on. Going back to what I was saying about Kimiko and Frenchie is, I don't care. I hate to say it, but Kimiko, I'm sorry, I don't care about her whole plot line about, she apparently had some, dealings with this other chick and everything. I don't care, right? It's just not a big deal. Frenchie, I know many people have been like, oh, well, he's always been, curious and bi and all that. Listen, okay? I'm not that person that picks up on, oh, there's a flower on the corner of the bed. That's a gay flower, and that symbolizes his homosexual, tendencies and his bi-curiousness. I'm not that person, bro. It's just you're gonna have to. That's not me, okay? I'm not putting two and two together like that, because there's always those people who are like, well, there's this person who said this thing, and there's this person. Listen, for me, Frenchie has been straight. Now, does he dabble in some funny stuff? 100%. But he has been straight. He's been with women, okay? That's what he has been with the entire show, okay? That's what they've shown me. Now, you can try and say, oh, well, they hinted at this, they hinted at that. Sure, whatever you want. People read into a whole bunch of stuff. Just like they read into, as far as Gwen and the Spider-Verse being trans because of the blue, pink, and, white. There's some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out there, okay? It just is what it is. People read into a whole bunch of stuff. They think Elvis is talking to them, or Michael Jackson sent them a tweet or something. I'm just not that person. Nevertheless, he going with another dude came out of nowhere. It just, for me, and I know I'm not alone, that just came out of nowhere. And furthermore, the issue is not with it being gay or anything like that, because people are trying to say, the phobic. No, the issue is with that it came out of nowhere for the vast majority of audiences, because it's like, where did this come from? And then lastly, it's leading to nowhere, because as I said before, spoiler alert, but the guy, so Frenchie apparently, did a hit on the dude's family, right? Like, traumatized him. He talks about the only thing he saw was a scar on this dude's leg because his sister was screaming, his mom was screaming, like he butchered, no pun intended, but his whole family. And then when Frenchie tells him this, all the guy does is punch him and says, you leave me the F alone, or if I see you again, I'm gonna off you. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, what? Where does that go? Like, this dude savagely offed your entire family, and that's your reaction? That's your reaction? You've been sleeping together, and that's your reaction? I don't know. It made no sense to me. It came off as like it was forced in there. I don't believe that's in the comics. So it just comes off as forced. It just comes off as like, this is try hard. And the reason why is because we've seen other shows like Hero Gasm. We've had other incidents, like with the pastor. He's, at this event and, they doing all bunch of stuff. I get that. But this just came off as just out of the blue. Like they just wanted, hey, let's just have Frenchie be with a guy. And then, just put that in there and then, throw it away. That's what it felt like to me, because it always had been Kimiko and Frenchie. Right? There was this connection between Kimiko and Frenchie, and then all of a sudden they just cut that and put in a dude and a gay kiss scene, and it came out of the blue for me and other people like me. So I just didn't get that. I don't think it added anything to Frenchie, right? I don't think it added anything to the story, to the plot line. I think Kimiko's situation's not adding anything. I think that's just bleh. It's just meaningless. Like if you were to cut that out, you would lose nothing from this season. Nothing. Having said that, we go into, what's his name? Dennis Quaid's son or whatever, and his father. I think that's interesting. What's recently happened with the V being in him. I'm curious to see where that leads. So there are little plot lines that are going places, but there are some others that are holding it back, where it just seems to be superfluous in the whole season. I'm excited to see what Homelander, what becomes of Homelander. Very excited, especially after, episode 4, where and this is something that I've said, okay, I think I was the first ones who said this, okay, I could be wrong, but I've always said that Homelander was a victim, that, people want to talk about, oh, he's a villain. I'm like, no, he's who they made him, be. That's who he is. He didn't get a say-so in who he gets to be. And we come to find out all the cruel and horrendous things they did to them. Not only that, but the psychological trauma that they caused, the emotional manipulation that they caused to make him who he is in order so that they would always have him on a chain. It reminds me kind of Broly, to be honest with you. So that's interesting. That's very interesting, and I think it's definitely backfiring. So I'm excited to see episode 5, this Thursday. I'm excited to see where the season leads. Like I said, it's either going to be freaking epic or it's going to be absolute trash. That's what I've seen of the show thus far. With the black chick who's, Sage, or I think that's her name, with Firecracker. I think those are interesting characters to see where they lead. Homelander out of his suit that was like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, I think there's definitely some simmering going on. I don't know if they're cooking. But I can smell something in the works. So we'll just have to, wait and see. Anyways, that's my review of The Boys, season 4 so far. Hopefully it is great. It turns out to be great. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, keep animating.